Sadness is part of life. Hurt and pain are ingredients that are mixed in with our stories. If you become a Christian, does God take all the gloom away? If he did, what an advert for Christianity. Who wouldn't want this? Can you imagine life with no aches, life with no pit in the stomach moments, life with no heartbreak? Does God promise a life with no sadness? That's the question we're going to answer today in short answers to big questions. Will my life get better if I follow Jesus? What do we mean when we ask that question? I think it's this. If I come to God, will he take away all the things I don't want and give me all the things I do want? Will he remove the pain and the sadness? The first thing I want to say is he can. When Jesus was here on earth, he healed people from all kinds of sicknesses and physical problems. God is still able to do that today. He can change our circumstances in a moment. Yet that's not the same as saying he will. The Bible is clear. God doesn't promise to make our lives easy if we turn to him. There's no guarantee that if we become a Christian, we will have good health. There's no guarantee that we'll have plenty of wealth or a promise that we'll live a prosperous life. There's a chapter in the Bible, it's Hebrews 11, where we're introduced to some heroes of faith, men and women who followed God. As we read the passage, we see that these were men and women who struggled. These were men and women who went through hard times. Believing in God doesn't mean life will be easy. So what does it mean? Well, first it means that God is with us in the hard times. God doesn't promise that life will have no sadness, but he does promise that he will be with us every step of the way. God will never leave us or forsake us. To me, that promise has been such a great comfort in the ups and downs of life. There are times I feel alone, but I know I'm not. God is always there with me. Yet, that's not all. It's good to have a shoulder to cry on, but God is so much more than that. There's a man in the Bible called Paul who was having a hard time. He prayed for God to change things. God's answer was no. But he did promise this. My grace is sufficient for you. What does that mean? It means that God doesn't just walk the difficult paths with us. He is able and willing to give us all that we need to make it through each day. And then there's another promise as we look into the future. The Bible doesn't end with the world as it is today. It speaks of a time when there will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain. That's the future God promises to everyone who trusts in Jesus. A few years ago, we went to visit family in Canada with 4 kids in tow. It wasn't a journey I was looking forward to. Yet when we got there, it was all forgotten. The journey of this life has its ups and downs. But God's promise to those who turn to him is this. At the end of the journey is a paradise that's beyond our imagination. Does God promise a life without sadness? No. Well, not in this life at least. But he does promise that if we come to him through Jesus, he will be with us every step of the way. And where will it lead? To an eternity where sadness, pain, and hurt will no longer have a place. Thanks for watching Short Answers to Big Questions. If you want to ask more questions, use the comments or contact us through our church website. The links are in the description below. If you want to know when we put out more of these videos, why not subscribe and click the notifications button? If you'd like to, you can also join us for our Sunday services. They're available through our YouTube channel. It would be great if you could join us.